Good morning, my lovelies. Today we are working on a class that is rhythmic, flowing, dancey, and very soothing. We'll do a lot of mobility training, loosen up all the joints, and leave feeling totally refreshed. I'm standing with my feet shoulder width apart, swaying from side to side, rocking the hips. The hands are pressed together in the prayer pose, and I'm taking them toward the opposite side. So when my hip goes right, my hands go left. Now I'm bending my knees and doing some gentle hip circles. Taking the hips from the front to the side, back, and side. Reversing the hip circles the other way. Everything we do in one direction, we like to repeat the other way. We're bending our knees gently and rolling the shoulders back one at a time. When one shoulder goes back, the other shoulder comes forward. This is a bit like a figure 8 type movement or an infinity symbol. And now we're taking the elbows and intensifying this, making it into more of a thoracic mobilization and a gentle twist. Rolling the shoulders up and back, and then up and forward, up and back and down, up and forward and down. Now the feet are hip width apart. We're lifting one heel at a time, bending the knees, swinging the arms, and cracking our toes. Here we're stretching out the bottom of our feet and mobilizing our ankles. I'm stepping up to my chair, placing my hands on the back of the chair and walking back to a chair-assisted down dog. Wagging my tail a little bit, swaying the hips side to side, keeping the head just between the arms. My ears are at about my arms. My head could be higher, but I wouldn't want it to be lower. I'm not going to let it hang down. I can feel this stretch all the way up the back of my legs, in my lower back, all the way up through my arms. I've returned to feet shoulder width and hip sways side to side with prayer hands going to the opposite side. Just relaxing into this gentle swaying movement and gently warming up the hips, the shoulders, the spine, and the core. Next, we're returning to our hip circles, and I'm taking time just to feel and notice, am I getting a little bit more relaxed and looser in the hips as I do this? Of course, we have to do both directions, so we'll slowly take it the other way now. Here we're cracking our toes again, bending the knees, swinging the arms, and lifting one heel at a time. Now the feet are wide apart. Toes are turned out at about a 45-degree angle. We're bending the knee side to side and making sure the knee goes in the same direction as the toes. Now we're rolling our shoulders back, just like we did at the beginning, in that figure 8 movement, that infinity shape, doing a little bit of a twist, taking the elbow way back there now, really opening up the shoulders and the heart. We're rolling our shoulders up and forward and down, up and back and down, in and out, in and out. Really starting to feel the whole body heating up at this point. We are really warming up. Notice that you have an option here where you could put your hands on the seat of the chair or put your hands on your shins. We're going to bend our knees, bring the hands down, and then stand up, giving the buttocks a little squeeze. Mobilizing our hips and our hamstrings, stretching out the back of the legs and the lower back, and getting the blood to flow through the whole body. It's important for us to make sure that we keep a very flat back as we do this. We're not rounding over in the cat position, but rather hinging from the hips, keeping a straight spine, and then stretching the legs a little straighter. Let's hold this for a moment. Now we're stepping back to a chair-assisted plank, pressing one heel down at a time. We're stretching out the back of the legs, especially in the calf area, the lower leg towards the back of the ankle. Your core muscles are being engaged to help stabilize your body in this challenging position that is waking up your chest, your shoulders, your legs, your core. It's fantastic. Now we're going to go back to our chair-assisted down dog again. This time, hands on the seat of the chair is another option. Swaying from side to side, wagging the tail, feeling the stretch all the way up the back of the legs, the lower back, all the way down through the arms to the wrists. Keeping the head between the arms or a little higher, and taking nice slow breaths, walking forward and coming back to standing. We're going to use our chair like a ballet bar, standing tall with the shoulders back, the tummy pulled in, using the outside leg, swinging it forward and back, and taking the arm in the opposite direction, keeping the leg relaxed and bendy, and just swinging back and forth, loosening up and mobilizing the hip and strengthening the standing leg. Now the outside leg will step back behind, and the leg that is in front will have a little bend in the knee. Relax the arm that is holding on to the chair. Let the elbow bend a little bit. Let the shoulder drop. Then take the outside arm, reach up and over the side. Feel the stretch all the way from wrist to ankle on the outside of the body, the side that is furthest away from the chair. Let's hold the stretch and really give the body some time to open up. Take some nice, slow, deep breaths. The bicep is right up beside the ear. The arm is extended up and overhead. The shoulders are stacked. We need to repeat all of those exercises on the other side. Standing tall, tummy pulled in, shoulders back, working with the leg that is furthest away from the chair, swinging the leg forward and back. The arm goes in the opposite direction, just letting the knee be a little bit bendy, a little bit soft, and the leg is moving freely. We're not trying to lift it too high. You'll notice that your core is getting a great workout here as you try to stabilize your body. Now we're taking the outside leg, crossing it behind, bending the knee in the front just a little bit, relaxing the elbow of the hand that's holding the chair, dropping the shoulder down, raising the outside arm up by our ear, reaching up and overhead, repeating that a few times. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale into your stretch. You'll feel this opening up the whole outside of the body on the side that is furthest away from the chair. And we're going to hold this stretch. So bring the arm up. The bicep is close to the ear, and really relax the arm that is holding on to the chair. Let's take some big, slow breaths, really expanding the rib cage and exhaling all the air out. Inhaling, expanding the rib cage, then exhaling very slowly. I'm returning the chair to the other side. We're going to go through another standing sequence. Shoulders back, chin in, tummy pulled in. This time we're taking the outside leg and swinging it in front of the standing leg with a flexed foot, and then out to the side. You can point your toe if you like. flex, point, flex, point. You're activating all the muscles in the outside of the hip. We call them abductors. They are also known as the glute medius and minimus. None of that is important. You just need to know you're working your hip. We're stepping back into a warrior lunge, reaching up and then bending the knees, dipping down. The front knee needs to stay directly in alignment with the ankle. Pull the hand down to the hip, reach up. Exhale, come down into a dip. You can make this big or small depending on how you're feeling today. Let's just be careful we don't take it too low and bash our knee on the floor. We wouldn't like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, curtsy, and you are growing stronger with every knee bend. You'll feel it. I feel it. The thighs are waking up. Now we want to make sure to keep our tummy pulled in. We're holding the stretch position as we do a pelvic tilt. You can feel your thigh on the back leg lengthening. We've been working hard, so we're just going to take a moment to relax the hips and sway them side to side. Take a little break, do a little breathing, and recover. Now we'll repeat that exercise with the chair on the other side. Shoulders back, chin in, tummy pulled in, and again we're using the leg on the outside, furthest away from the chair. Crossing over the standing leg with a flexed foot and pointing the toe to the side. Swinging the leg in and out. Now we're definitely working the muscles on the outside of the hip, on the leg that swings back and forth like a pendulum, but the standing leg is also working tremendously hard, so you might feel that more than the other one. Taking the outside leg back in the warrior lunge, lifting the heel to the back, reaching up, and now slowly dipping down in a curtsy, keeping the front knee centered on the ankle. Inhale, reaching up, exhale, coming down. Inhale, reach up, exhale, down. We don't need to take it too low. We don't want to bash the knee on the floor. Now we'll hold the lower position, pulling in the tummy, tucking the tail under, tipping the pelvis, and feeling the stretch in the back thigh, especially the front of the back thigh. Your standing leg in front might be a little tired. Make sure you keep the knee centered on the ankle. Taking a break with gentle arm swings and swaying from hip to hip, foot to foot, shifting the body weight. Just taking a few minutes to breathe and let the body relax. Now we're going to sit on the chair, facing front. Our feet are about chair width apart or shoulder width. Shoulders back and down, and pull your chin in again. We want to be tall. We want to get our ears centered over the top of our shoulders. We're going to do some tough work here for the core, shifting the body weight side to side, sliding the rib cage side to side. This takes a tremendous amount of control in your core muscles. Doesn't have to be a huge movement. Hands on the thighs. We're mobilizing the spine and the lower back. Now we're going to shift the rib cage forward and back. And if you were on your hands and knees on the floor, you could think about the cat and the cow. Arching your back and then rounding it a little bit. Forward and back. Now we're taking the rib cage in a circle, front, side, back, and side. Front, side, back, and side. There's a tremendous amount of core engagement happening as you mobilize this area. Sometimes the lower back can feel really tight and stiff, so we start small. Now we're going to do the same thing, but in the other direction. Front, side, back, and side. Front, side, back, and side. Think cow, side, cat, and side. Around and around. You may not feel that you're moving a whole lot as we do the next one, lifting the rib cage up to the side, down and to the side, making more or less a vertical circle. Up, side, down, side, lift, slide, down, side. Lift, big breath in and exhale. Don't hold your breath while you're working. Everything we do in one direction, we also do the other way. So now we're making that vertical circle to the other side. Up, side, down, side. Up, side, down, and side. Keep going, keep breathing. Slow and steady, and it doesn't have to be big. Now we're going to go and do that figure 8 movement with the shoulders again. When one comes forward, the other one goes back. When one goes up, the other one comes down. And then one goes back, the other one comes forward, and up and down on a diagonal. Really making this a little bit bigger as we mobilize the spine and roll the shoulders. And now really letting the whole body get involved. Reverse directions. We'll roll the shoulders forward now. Take the knees wide apart. We're coming into a forward fold, lifting up and reaching forward, hinging from the hips. Now the feet are parallel and wide apart, and they are helping to keep you from tipping over. You can relax with your hands on the floor or holding on to your shins or your ankles. Let's relax the neck. Nod yes and no slowly. Nod and roll up. Reach up and hinge forward from the hips again. Here we go, another forward fold. Relaxing over. Nodding yes and nodding no. Slowly we'll roll up. We'll do this one more time. Reach way up and forward. Relaxing over. Relaxing the back of the neck. Nodding yes. Nodding no. Rolling up very slowly. We're progressing to a hip loosening figure 4 stretch, bringing the ankle up across the thigh, flexing the foot actively, and turning the knee out. This stretch can also be done laying down on the floor or standing and balancing. Here we're taking the knee, bringing it up and lowering it down, just mobilizing it gently using the hand to give a little assistance. Keep the foot flexed the whole time. Then sitting tall, putting a little gentle pressure on the inside of the knee. Keeping the foot flexed, and now let's rock the baby just a little bit side to side. My hips are really tight and I can really feel this. Let me promise you, it's not the most comfortable sensation for me, but it's something I need to do. Now I'm going to hinge forward over the center of the shin. So I'm leaning from my hips forward, exhaling, holding on to my heel and my knee, keeping the knee turned out. I don't move far, but I definitely feel a big intensification of the stretch in my hip. Progressing on to a shoelace stretch where the inner thighs are closer together, the knees are stacked, opposite hand to front knee. The other arm relaxes toward the back, over the back of the chair, and holding on to the back of the chair, gently twisting, looking to the side as if you're doing a shoulder check in the car. Going in and out of the gentle twist. Be careful because sometimes your back may not love this, and in which case leave it out, don't do it. But I'm mobilizing my spine so that I can keep driving my car, and now I'm holding that shoulder check, looking to the side and taking some slow breaths. Everything we just did has to be repeated on the other side. Both sides may feel very different. You might have one hip that is much looser or tighter than the other. I am very different on both sides. The foot is flexed and on top of the thigh. I'm using my hand to assist, bringing my knee up and down, just mobilizing this a little bit. And then I'm going to put my hand inside the knee and put some gentle pressure downward. Nothing too intense. I'm really tight on this side. And rocking the baby. Really being sure to keep the foot flexed actively. That helps to tone all the muscles around the knee and protect the knee. Next, I'm going to sit very tall, take a big breath in, and hinge forward over the shin again. I feel like I'm hardly moving on this side. Taking slow, relaxed breaths. I'm just trying to convince my body that everything is okay. It can relax. It can stretch. Crossing the thighs more tightly, stacking one knee above the other like shoelaces. Opposite hand to knee. Opening the other arm to the back, relaxing the shoulder down, holding the back of the chair, gently coming into a twist and then letting it go. Rocking in and out of that gentle twist, exhaling into the twist, and then inhaling to face front, exhaling twist. Inhale, face front. And then after a few gentle mobilizations, holding the position, doing the shoulder check. Like I said, I need to practice this so I can keep driving my car. Taking some nice, slow, deep breaths, exhaling very slowly as the twist is held. Feet wide apart, and now we're going to hold on to the side of the chair at the bottom and lean away. We'll rock in and out of the stretch a few times and then hold it and take some nice long slow breaths. We want to be sure that we inhale slowly, but that we exhale even more slowly when we hold the stretch. But first, we're just going to convince the body that it can relax into this. So we'll rock in and out of it, very soothing. And then as you hold it, drop the shoulder, lean the head away, and take those deep breaths. We're doing the same thing to the other side, holding the bottom of the chair, reaching down, leaning away, planting the feet very securely, leaning away from the hand that's holding on to the bottom of the chair, and then sitting up tall, doing that a few times to release the shoulder muscles, release neck tension, and then we'll hold it. And as we hold it, we will take big, slow breaths in, pause, and exhale even more slowly. Here comes one more big forward fold. The knees are really wide apart now. Reach up, exhale as you fold forward. You can bring your hands to the floor, or if you want, you can hold on to your ankles. Take some big slow breaths. You can even reach under the bottom of the chair if you want to. Just hold it and relax. Relax the back of your neck. Let your head hang. Keep breathing. And then we're going to roll up slowly. Okay, it's just about time for us to do a few things down on the floor. I take the chair and put it on the end of the mat. And now I'm facing the seat of the chair, raising the hands up for a big breath in, and coming to forward fold with my hands on the seat of the chair. Here I am going to slowly come down through a lunge position after I finish my forward fold. Putting the elbows down, intensifying the stretch a little bit. Of course, that's optional. If you feel like having your hands on the seat of the chair is enough for today, you don't have to be bending your elbows. Now coming down to the floor, I'm getting onto my knees, and I have my arms still up on the seat of the chair. I'm coming back in a chair-assisted puppy pose. It's very similar to the chair-assisted down dog, except you're down on your knees on the mat, and the hands are on the seat of the chair. Stretching way back. Feeling the stretch right from the tail to the wrists. Keeping the head between the arms or a little higher. Do not hang the head in this position. I'm going to do a chair-assisted tricep stretch, but I'd like to show you that you can stretch your triceps in an overhead tricep stretch if you prefer that. You can do it standing or sitting in the chair. If you don't want to be down on your knees, you could be sitting up in the chair doing this, holding on to your elbow, reaching down the middle of your back, and make sure you do that on both sides, of course. Now I'm going to do a tricep stretch using the chair to help me. Not everybody's comfortable taking their arms up overhead like that. I'm putting my elbows on the seat of the chair, bringing my hands into the prayer pose, and then going back towards the puppy stretch, similar to before. But now your hands are over the back of your head, almost like a shark fin floating up out of the water. Your ears are between your arms or a little higher. Your elbows are on the seat of the chair. And you're taking slow breaths, mobilizing the shoulders. Now we're going to go into some hip flexor and hamstring, back of the thigh stretches. Lunging with one foot forward beside the chair and then rocking back towards a half split with the hands on the seat of the chair, or the hands can be on the floor or on your yoga blocks. Bringing the hip forward and then slowly back. Bringing the hip forward, we're going to hold it. I'm bringing my forearms down to the seat of the chair as I hold the stretch. You could have your hands on the floor if you prefer. Now I'm tucking my toes in the back, lifting the back knee and lowering it a few times. This really strengthens the back thigh. At the same time, you're getting a really pretty intense stretch. So if you just wanted to leave the knee down and take a few breaths, that would be fine. This next one is a little bit tough. I am placing my hand on the floor outside of the forward knee and then reaching up with the other hand in an open twist, getting a really intense hip flexor opening. If this felt like it was too much, I would just leave my hands on top of the chair. Next, coming back to half split, I have my hands on top of the seat of the chair, really feeling a delicious hamstring stretch, the back of the thigh. This can also be done with the hands on the floor. And every so often, I like to take myself out to the splits to see if I can still do them. That doesn't mean you need to be doing the splits. The half split is probably enough for most people. Whatever stretch you have chosen, make sure to focus on your breath. Breathe in, pause, and take a long time to breathe out. Do that a few times. Changing to the other side. Everything that we just did, we will repeat. I'm getting the chair in a good spot, putting my hands on top of it, and then coming forward and back, rocking in and out of the hip flexor and hamstring stretch. Forward to a lunge, back to half split, really not pushing it very hard, keeping it gentle, just moving back and forth slowly. I have my forearms down to help support my body weight now. Tucking the toes in the back, and now I'm lifting and lowering the back knee up and down, strengthening the thigh in the back. Feeling an intense stretch here. The knee comes down. I'm placing my hand on the floor outside of the forward lunging leg, reaching the other hand up in an open twist. Now this is a little bit tough, and if I didn't feel it today, I would just leave my hands on the seat of the chair and breathe. There is a big opening of the hip flexor happening here. Now I'm coming back to the half split stretch with my forearms on the seat of the chair. Yoga blocks could also be used here if the floor felt far away. You want to have your hands down on something for sure. And I want to see if I can still do the splits on this side. So I'm going to stretch right out into my split stretch. I'm feeling pretty tight. I haven't done this in a long time. And I would say that if this is not something you do every day, just stick to the half split. It's plenty. Okay, don't forget, you need to get back to those relaxing breaths where you breathe in slowly, pause, and then breathe out even more slowly. Focus on the breath and on relaxing. Come out of the stretch very slowly. Take your time. You're getting back to your hands and knees tabletop position. And then I'm just kneeling and I'm going to focus on stretching the bottom of my feet before the class is over because they're just a problem area for me. And I have to take care of my feet or they don't work. So I'm tucking my toes, putting my hands on the floor and shifting my body weight back towards my heels and just rocking a little bit side to side, rocking through the metatarsal area of my feet. My feet can be quite painful, so I ease into this stretch. Now I'm going to lift my knees and rock forward and back, lifting the knees and putting them down again, shifting my body weight back over my heels. This might just be a little too much today. If you feel that this is too much for you, just do the first stretch where you were in the hands and knees position, tucking your toes and pushing your heels back, your body weight back towards the heels without really lifting the knees. Now I'm going to get up and down through a deep low squat. So I'm lifting the knees, coming to the deep low squat, coming to standing, and getting ready to come back down again. Taking a big breath in and exhaling down, bringing the knees back down to the floor. If getting up and down is not your thing, just rest in child's pose on the floor. We're almost done. Coming up, taking a breath. Coming back down through the deep low squat. Hands to the floor, bringing the knees down towards the floor. Back into the heels, taking a breath in, exhaling to stand up. Inhaling, exhaling to come down. Hands to the floor. Rocking forward, bringing the knees down. Coming back to the deep low squat and slowly, slowly standing up. Take a breath in first. Exhale all the way up. We're just about done, guys. One more for good luck. Remember, if you don't want to be doing these deep low squats, you could be resting in child's pose. Now we're going to get up to standing, relax the hips in a circle. See if you feel any looser than you did at the beginning of the class. Any more relaxed, any calmer. Reversing the circles. Rolling the shoulders one last time, mobilizing the thoracic spine. Rolling the shoulders forward. I'm going to do a forward fold and place my hands on the floor. Now, if the floor is too far down for you, get the chair and put your hands on the seat of your chair instead. So I'm coming all the way down, hands to the floor. I'm going into a twist. Taking a couple of breaths. Bringing the hand down. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling to reach up in a twist. Taking a couple of nice slow deep breaths and floating the hand back down, bending the knees, taking a deep breath in and exhaling to roll up. Now I'm going to take a deep breath in, float the hands up and down, place them on the lower back. Palms braced against the upper buttock, taking the elbows back, lifting the heart and opening the upper body. The same stretch could be done sitting in a chair. If standing felt uncomfortable, we're going to go back into our twists again. Forward fold, hands down on the floor, take a big breath in. Of course, your hands could be on the seat of a chair if you prefer. Let's take a big breath out as we float the hand up and hold it. Inhale while the hand is up there. And then we'll bring it down. Take your time. Let's twist the other side. Exhale up into the twist. Hold it. Take a deep breath in and out. And in and out, bringing the hand down. Big breath in, bending the knees. And then we're rolling up. And again, hands up and down in a big sunshine circle, placing them on the lower back. Fingers point down, palms of the hands on the low back. Opening up the chest, the heart, expanding, lifting, bracing the hands on the lower back. If I felt at all uneasy about my balance, I would be doing this sitting in a chair. Taking a few big expansive breaths. And now finishing up finally on the chair. Sitting down. Getting comfortable. The feet are about shoulder width again and parallel. The hands are coming up in a big breath. And then behind the head. Now lifting the heart, taking the elbows back, expanding the chest. A couple of really beautiful, expansive, heart-opening breaths. We're just holding it, continuing to breathe, and then slowly coming up. We've been supporting the head with the hands the whole time. Bringing the arms up. And now placing the back of the hands on the knees. We're sitting with relaxed shoulders, nice and tall, joining the middle finger and thumb. We're closing the eyes, taking a few breaths, just resting, taking inventory of how we're feeling now, what we're feeling now. Let's take a quick minute to rest here with the eyes closed, just focusing on the breath. Nice big breaths in and let it out with a sigh. Do that a few times. Feel your shoulders relaxing. Your spirit is calm. And now we'll bring our hands together in the prayer pose in front of our heart. And guys, don't forget to give our video a thumbs up if you liked your class. Come on back tomorrow for a little bit more. And thank you for being here with me and keeping me company.